Man's an idiot. This is Sweaty Nikki reporting for Nankin on tour from the Singapore time capsule, no less. We actually wanted to just go on the flyer, but apparently you can't. You have to go through a time capsule first. So, Mark.
Oh, it's got aircon.
Yeah, you see how sweaty I was. It's got aircon, and you can't buy one without the other. So we're going in.
Welcome to Time Capsule, a place beyond time. Program for a special mission to share Singapore's story with you. You are now at the gate to a timeless journey of your wildest imagination, full of the most exciting memories from my travels.
There we go. I didn't have to tell you.
Come get lost in time with me and let our adventures begin.
I think Mark's already done a runner, so I'm following Mark because I can't actually see where we're going. An idiot. Very dark. So this is 1299 to 1819. We travel back 700 years and witness Singapore's early years, which were shrouded in myths and folklore. Okay, so that might be why there's a merlion. Ah, there we go. Dragon's Tooth Gate. There's lots of different audios going on, which is a bit confusing. Oh, don't step on the fish! Oh, we've got wave on the fishy and it tells you things. It's really good if you want a full history of Singapore. This is certainly the place to come. Mark's just happy messing with things, but so we're into modern day now. Very pretty. That was the first bit done. Now we have to do the second bit, and we're trying to rush so that no one can get in the capsule with us. So we've come into another part of the. Oh, wow, that's pretty, isn't it? Oh, not sure you picked that up. Yeah, it's all kaleidoscopes. Bright and colourful. Kind of whizzing through it a bit so that there's no crowds to get on the wheel. So that's the time capsule anyway. There we go. Lovely. So some facts about the Singapore Flyer. You can see 45 kilometres into the distance from Singapore City to Changi Airport and beyond into parts of Malaysia and Indonesia. It's got 28 rim segments. It's not an actual circle, but a 58-sided polygon made up of 28 rims. Weight of the spindle is 180 tons or 40 elephants, and the length of the spindle is 20 metres or 1.6 buses.
Did you know the top 3 observation wheels? The first in the world was the London Eye.
Oh, hang on. Oh, they're over there.
Asia's tallest is the Singapore Flyer. And the world's tallest is the High Roller.
In Las Vegas. The wheel can be turned manually by a winch system. Oh, that's good. That's not good. The giant observation wheel is able to withstand different types of vibration, galloping, vortex shredding and a flutter caused by earth tremors and violent winds. I'm glad it's able to withstand that. So this is the dining one. You can have a dining experience. I thought you'd be alone actually if you were dining, but there's 3 or 4 tables in there, so it's not exactly a private dining experience. The capsules are much bigger than I thought they would be. They're actually quite large.
They're quite big capsules.
They are, I just said they're huge actually. Yeah, now I'm here, I'm not entirely sure that this is a good idea. This is someone who really doesn't like heights. But we did the Paris wheel, didn't we? That was quite scary. Now this is the largest wheel in Asia, so this is going to be very, very scary. Welcome to the Singapore Flyer. Very nice young man, just let us on. He was very kind and we're very grateful. See, Singapore people are the best. As well as the Malaysians and as well as the Filipinos, of course.
Incredible. We blagged our way into our own capsule again.
And we hope he doesn't get into any trouble.
Wow.
There wasn't anyone waiting, so.
You can move around, you can dance around.
No, yeah, well let's not do that. Well, you can do it here, but don't do it when we're high. Please don't forget that Nick is scared of heights, so, with this squealing. That's the reason why.
It goes quite slow.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I think we've stopped.
I think we've stopped. Oh no, let's see. We've stopped. Why have we stopped?
Maybe to let people off?
Well, no, they should be getting off as people are getting on. Why have we stopped? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad we've stopped here. And not at the top because I probably would not be happy. Okay, we stopped. Nikki panicked, but now we're going again. Like I said, I'm so glad we stopped while we're kind of earth side and not way up in the sky.
Earth side?
Earth side.
What does that mean?
So we're close to the earth.
Close to the ground?
Yeah.
Earth side. Sounds like you're an astronaut.
Oh man.
Are we going to go above the pit building?
I don't know. It makes me really nervous. Feels like you should go upside down, but I think the capsules turn. I don't know how it does it. So, I think this is what Mark's probably the most interested in. This is his compensation for not being able to go onto the pit lanes again.
But bear in mind, 4 weeks ago I actually managed to walk through a pit garage. So that was pretty close.
Nico Hulkenberg's,
Yes.
if I remember, or something like that.
What's that building over there?
That's the concert hall, so that's where Coldplay played. It'll be nice up here when the Night Rhapsody's on.
So if you're starting a race at the back there, then you're on the bend.
Gosh.
You don't qualify that far back, do you? So now we're going above the pit buildings and all the garages. Impressed, all the solar panels on top of the garages and hospitality buildings. So that is the pit straight. Start finish line is right up there. You just see a white line, and we are on top of
The F1
racetrack in Singapore.
It's the home of night racing.
I mean, now you can see Gardens by the Bay.
You can see Gardens by the
The
Bay.
river and all the water fountains.
And all the many, many tankers out there.
Oh no, it comes an aeroplane.
Here comes an aeroplane. So take it then, that's Indonesia over there.
Can you imagine watching the racing from here?
Can you imagine watching the Night Rhapsody from here? That would be really nice. We are now on the top of the Singapore Flyer. I actually think I prefer going up than coming down. So the brakes on this thing's good. Right, so you've got all the financial district there. You've got the Marina Bay there with the Malayan. It was really quiet when we went past that this morning. It's usually very, very busy. The Helix Bridge is there next to all the building works taking place. Science Museum is the hand-shaped building. The Apple shop is the floating dome. Next to the shopping mall, you've then got the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. What looks like a boat on the top of it. It's not that good a view of it actually from here because you're just looking at it straight on. The side view's better. But that's a beautiful view then of Gardens by the Bay with the super trees and big lake. Then you've got the flower domes. But this is beautiful, beautiful Singapore. This is Nankin Street and Upper Nankin Street, and it was this is where squatter living conditions were found all over Chinatown before the event of public housing in the post-war years. The shop houses were divided several times into tiny cubicles, just averaging 15 feet by 13 feet, and it wasn't uncommon for entire families to live in a single cubicle. Several families, if not an entire shop house, often shared one kitchen and bathroom. For decades, many people lived in such squalid conditions without electricity, running water or proper sanitation. Pollution, overcrowding and disease was rife. The infant mortality rate was high and the suicides were with an alarming frequency. It was reported to house 300 residents in 6 of the 3-storey shop houses. Hardy, weather-beaten women from Guangdong came to Singapore to work as labourers. They were frugal, stoic and tough. We'll walk down Nankin Street. It's Nankin. Nankin. So it's hard to imagine that in like this little place here. So it's 3 stories and there were 300 people living in that, just that little place there. It's just incredible. They've done it, they've kind of renovated it now. It's really, really pretty. But this is, they've kept it as it would have been all of those years ago. You would have thought that with all the buildings around it, and there's some serious buildings around it, that they would have maybe bulldozed a lot, but they haven't. They've kept it, and it's really, really pretty. It's all different colours. A lot of them now are kind of bars and restaurants, but you can see behind just the high-rise buildings. But it's nice then that Nankin Street obviously had such a history, and they've kept that history going, even if it sounds like a really unpleasant history. Really pretty. It's literally just off Chinatown. Chinatown is sort of the other side of the busy road. I love all the red and white. The white and the red and black kind of outline. Somebody working hard up there.
Building, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's really. I wonder if they are private housings or. They're obviously well looked after now. It was known as the Street of Squalor. There's 2 lots of like cast iron, or I think they're cast iron statues. Mark really wants to sit in that. I know what he's like. The actual Bishop Sector said, "Bear with me now, I will absolutely make a mess in my pants." But the detail is incredible. Hello, lady. the rickshaw was a form of transportation in early Singapore favoured by the well-to-do. British civil servants and government officials, rickshaw pullers were mostly poor immigrants who came from southern China in search of a better life in Singapore. This hat is amazing. Just a 5-minute gentle stroll from our Ibis budget apartment at Clarke. Is where all the excitement happens. So I'm going to spin you around and I'll show you what I mean. So you've got Fort Canning is literally just the green grassy area just over there. You've got some crazy slingshotty rides, and you've got lovely choice of eateries just along here at Clarke. I will say, don't expect anything kind of Singaporean. It's a lot of Western food, it's a lot of seafood, a lot of Mexican. We came down last night trying to get something to eat, and honestly we were a little bit disappointed that we couldn't find anything Singaporean, but we did a long day travelling, we were absolutely shattered, so we ended up having a pleasant meal, even though half of our food didn't turn up, which was another story. So lots of boats, lots of pretty buildings. It's a really nice atmosphere, and strangely enough we had a beer this side, so opposite all the shenanigans over there, and it was $20 for a pint of lager beer, whereas the other side, the busy side, which I thought would be like the rip-off side, it was practically half that price. So that was just a lesson learned. We just thought it would be really nice to stay this side out of the hustle bustle and look at the hustle bustle without being part of it. It looks as though the boats are about to get really busy, passengers coming and going. They seem to like a sunset river cruise.
But it's not a river, it just goes round under the bridge and round the corner. But I like the boats with
the other way, darling.
With the blinky eyes.
Yeah,
Look.
there is like a boat with a winky eye. So we've had another lovely day here, really busy. Currently at 21,000 steps, and my feet really feel it. So you've got Clarke Central here, shopping mall. You can just about in the distance see the Singapore Flyer. You can just about see the Singapore Flyer, which we went on today, which was really good. I would really recommend that. It's not cheap at $40 Singaporean dollars per person, but it's about half an hour, and it really was, for me, I thought it was worth it anyway. So we're at Clarke Quay at the moment. I think we're going to go and grab a drink, and then we're going to head down to another little area that we'd found that we didn't know about before, and have some dinner. Built up an appetite.
So this is our last meal in Singapore. The last time we came here was about 5 weeks ago. We had the best meal ever. So we thought we would try and have a similar meal. So our last meal in Singapore, but it took us not ages to find.
12 minutes.
12 minutes to find, but all looks different during daytime, because at night time when we were here the road was shut off, there were tables and chairs outside.
I think that only happens on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday though. So
we found this from a photograph, because you took a photo of our food and we basically made it bigger, and we saw stuff in the background of the photograph like shops and restaurants, etc.
We did our Sherlock Holmes hunt down our favourite restaurant.
So I think so far this is probably the. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is the chili beef. Yeah. Thank you.
I think this is probably the best restaurant in Bugis.
Bugis.
In fact, in my opinion, after 2 visits to Singapore within 5 weeks, this is probably the best restaurant in Singapore.
Big statement, Mr. Sharp.
And what's it called?
Well, I think it's just called Oriental Food, but it's been going since, it's been going since, you told me, 2008?
2008.
So, we've just got it's chili, it's beef with wild chilies, and we've got a sweet and sour chicken tikka and some fried rice. So we're going to have a little pick at this until the rest of it comes. As if by magic a spoon appears. We were told it's not too spicy, that it's only a little bit spicy. Oh, it took a while to come, but very
good. It's quite spicy. You aren't too much of the chilies, but
well, no, they're quite big, so we can
very
actually pick them out. But yeah, it does. It looks delish. This is the one he's been waiting 5 weeks for since we last ate it.
Just think where we've been. We've been obviously Malaysia, Philippines, etc. I've tried sweet and sour chicken before these countries, but nothing compares it to that. That batter will stay crispy until I finish this. Absolutely the best ever in Singapore.
We've got some chicken fried rice to go with it as well. But yeah, the star of the show is the sweet and sour chicken.
Look at the size of the portion.
I know, huge. And I'm gonna add that this is a third of the cost of our meal last night, and I know we're going to enjoy it more. So if you find your way in Bugis, hunt down this restaurant, it's really worth it. So we did Clarke Quay during the daylight hours, just as it was getting dark, and this is what it looks like after dark. There's still boats going up and down the river. There's various buskers and street performers, as you can probably hear. Yeah, it looks really nice. So we've got a street performer there in the name of Mr. Mark, crazy man. River dance will be calling very shortly. Yeah, still lots of boats going up and down, so they look really cool. It's a nice chill place to come for an evening. It's quite expensive. I don't expect any kind of authentic Thai food like you'd get from a hawker's centre. It's very quite western, quite upmarket. So it's a nice place to be. So we did an early start this morning to Fort Canning Park, which is where we started our holiday in Singapore and Southeast Asia, and we're at the very famous, I don't even know what it's called, tree tunnel I think it's called. So we'll show you from the top rather than from the bottom. Here we go. This is what all the excitement's about. But people go nuts for it, absolute nuts. Oh God, I've got to walk down the steps and talk at the same time. So yeah, this is what it's all about. It's just it's just an underground path actually, but for some reason it even made it on a Coldplay video. So it's just amazing. Oh, the crowd now. Like I said, it's just gone 8 o'clock in the morning. We managed to get here when there was no one, and now It's just nuts. It's absolute nuts. All for. They do apparently queue right down to the end of the tunnel. Just for that shot. But I will post our shot on here and then it will all make sense. Craziness. We're leaving.
Queues are starting.
It's absolute madness. We're going. We've done our early morning walk around Fort Canning. Honestly, if you are in Singapore and you've got half a day or so to spare, just take your time and wander around here. It's a really lovely place. And then that's where we were last night at Clarke Quay. So the crazy slingshot and the swing thing. So there, we've come full circle. This is where we started our 5-week Southeast Asia journey at Fort Canning. So we thought it only right that we finish it here. So to mark the occasion, Mark's wearing a very fetching gone off over date flower. There we go.
Singapore.
The cockerel is crowing. I don't know why a stray cockerel is here. But yeah, it's a good way to end our holiday, amazing holiday back in Fort Canning Park.
So we end our time in Singapore on a high,
On a swing. Which is probably going to make people feel sick watching.
I've had a brilliant time. We've had a brilliant time. Yeah, Singapore just never disappoints.
He doesn't want to leave, so he's being quite maudlin today.
It's just a sad day today, isn't it? Just looking forward to that long flight.
And train ride.
Yes,
but think about what's at the end of it.
At the end of it is
Sid and Ivy.
And
Chloe.
And our next journey.
Yes, our next adventure. We've got so much to be looking forward to.
I know, but it's always sad when you leave something special, isn't it? Then we start something else special.
We do. So, before I have to get the tissues out for both of us. This is Singapore. So before we get too emotional, this is Nikki and
Mark.
Narky on tour, sliding out from the beautiful Singapore. So Chloe is all ready. She's pretty much packed. We are about to leave. We're finally on our way. Well, we hope we're finally on our way because